Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you all are doing really well. So I'm super duper excited for this review. Well, the Makeup Forever HD foundation is definitely one of my favorite foundations in the entire world. And when I got to know that Makeup Forever is finally launching the Ultra HD line in India, I was super duper excited. So I spoke to the brand manager of Makeup Forever and she very kindly let me do a review slash first impression of the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. So yes, if you guys are as excited as I am about the Ultra HD line finally being launched in India, and if you want to know more about this foundation, then please keep on watching. So the Makeup Forever HD line was created for films and cameras and television to give a very flawless look, like a no makeup look on the camera. However, with the changing time, Makeup Forever also reformulated their HD foundation to Ultra HD foundation, and this one is meant for 4K television or 4K cameras. I personally haven't used 4K cameras or television, so I wouldn't know, but basically it is supposed to be 4 times better than the normal or regular HD cameras or television. And since it is 4K, it is supposed to show you every minute details, like everything up close and very closely into the camera. So of course Makeup Forever wanted to create something which would be suitable for the Ultra HD or the 4K line, hence this foundation has been created. Now just to let you guys know that this foundation will be getting launched by the end of July at all Sephora stores across India, as the regular HD line will definitely be discontinued. So if you guys are in love with a specific HD foundation and you're not sure about the Ultra HD range, then I definitely recommend you guys to stock up your favorite HD foundation, because that line is definitely going to get discontinued. Now before we proceed further, let's go ahead and find out what Makeup Forever has to say about the Ultra HD foundation. So it says that it is created for the latest high definition technologies of the film and the TV industry. Ultra HD advanced formula looks invisible on the 4K camera and to the naked eye, perfect for the makeup pros and for you. Ultra HD foundation feels like a second skin but still provides medium coverage, and the light diffusing formula looks natural and makes skin looks flawless and feel moisturized. Its exclusive 4K complex guarantees invisible, natural and comfortable makeup. The fluid texture blends it seamlessly and conceals imperfection to unify the skin's texture. Great for all skin types and features a full range of shades to cover all skin tones. And speaking about shades, Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation comes in 40 different shades worldwide. However, in India it is available in 15 different shades. I'm going to do another video with the swatches of all the foundation shades which is available in the Indian market. But for this video, I'm just going to stick to the review and my thoughts about this foundation. And like I said before, the Ultra HD foundation will be launched in India towards the end of July, and it would be priced very similar to the HD foundation, which is 4,000 INR if I'm not wrong. So speaking about packaging, this is how it looks like. It looks very similar to the HD foundation except the rim that has a complete black lid. However, this one has a silver color rim on the center between the cap and the bottle, and it has a transparent bottle. It is 30 ml, which is like your regular basic foundation, and at the bottom of the bottle you would actually find the conversion of the foundation shade from the old to the new one. Like for instance, I was using shade number 170 in the HD range, so this would be Y435, and it clearly mentions it on the bottom of the bottle. So this is how the packaging looks like. So coming to the texture of this one, this is quite runny and liquidy like any other foundation. This one also has this stick variant which is not launched in India as of yet, but this one definitely is quite liquidy, of course, because it is a water-based foundation. Now I've actually recorded a demo of me applying this foundation and what I feel about it, so I'm quickly gonna go ahead and insert the demo clip here for you guys. So yes, let's go ahead and start with the demo. So this is what we're going to work today with. I'm using this shade Y435, which is 170 in the HD foundation, and I'm just going to take some of it on the back of my hand. And for one side of my face, I'm actually going to use my Real Technique Miracle sponge, and I'm going to quickly apply it by dabbing it all over my face. I think I love this color for my face. It is like a perfect match for my skin color. First impression, this feels extremely lightweight on my skin. So this is how it looks like with just one layer of foundation, and as you can see, it has definitely evened out my entire complexion. This is the side without the foundation, and this is the side with one layer of the foundation, and I think it looks really well. Now for this side of my face, I'm going to take this flat top kabuki brush and I'm going to apply it with a brush to see if there is a difference in the result that I get. The blending, so the application is quite seamless with this foundation. It just glides on very easily and I don't really have to do a lot of blending. I just applied it in the strokes and I'm actually done. I don't really have to blend the foundation. Actually it is supposed to be skin light, so you know, you don't really have to work a lot in terms of blending with this foundation, but I think I like it more with the beauty blender than with a brush. With the brush, I think it's not giving me enough coverage, so I'm going to skip the brush and I'm going to take my blender again and start by adding another layer on this side of my face. So this is what we have with just one layer of foundation, and I think it definitely is medium coverage. It has covered most of my acne scars and imperfection, and it has definitely evened out my full face. However, I definitely have few stubborn scars like here, if you can see, which are definitely peeking out through the foundation. So I quickly want to go ahead and apply another layer of this foundation to check if I can build this to a full coverage. I'm going to take one more pump on the back of my hand. I'm going to start by dabbing it all over my face again. So yes, I have two layers of foundation on my face and I am extremely happy with the coverage that I've got. It is definitely medium to buildable. I think it's almost borderline full coverage. If not full coverage, it has almost concealed my stubborn scars as well, and my skin definitely is looking very flawless. So I really like this fact about this foundation, and I've just applied this foundation, so it does feel a little tacky on my face, and I'll give it 5 minutes to settle down. Meanwhile, I'll just apply some makeup on my face and I will be back with you guys. So you guys, I've quickly highlighted the under eye area using the 120 shade, which is Y245 in the Ultra HD. I've just applied a bit of powder under my eye. I've applied some mascara and a lipstick. I've not used any other product because I want you guys to actually see how this foundation looks like on my skin. I've not powdered my entire face. So now it has been like 15-20 minutes. The tackiness has definitely vanished from my face and the foundation is extremely lightweight. I'm not even kidding. It does not feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. It does feel like, you know, you're wearing an SPF or some sort of a BB cream, so it is that lightweight. And another thing I noticed is that it actually looks like your skin, so it is very difficult to say that I've applied 2 layers of foundation on my face. It looks like my skin. The finish is definitely not matte, but it is not very dewy either, so I would say it is more of a satin or semi-matte finish. Now if you apply this foundation using a flat top brush or a foundation brush, you would definitely get a lesser dewier and more towards the matte finish, but I personally do not like matte finish. Hence I've used the wet sponge or the beauty blender to apply the foundation, and it has definitely added that dewiness and moisture to my face, which I really like. And since the foundation is so runny and watery in texture, it applies and blends out really well. However, I would definitely suggest to apply, you know, foundation on one side and blend it out and then apply it on the other side, because if you are used to applying the dots all over your face, the foundation settles quickly and it would dry up really fast for you to blend the foundation. So I would definitely recommend to work in areas while applying this foundation. Now speaking about the coverage, although it says that this is like a medium coverage foundation, but I would like to differ here because I personally think that this is more towards a full coverage or a borderline full coverage, because I've not used any concealers on my face and it has definitely hidden most of my scars, even the most stubborn scars which were there here, right here. So it has definitely concealed those scars on my face, so I don't really have to go ahead and reapply concealers to hide any other imperfections, and it has of course definitely evened out my entire complexion. Now this foundation does not contain any SPF in it, which means it is amazing for photography and it is definitely meant for the 4K camera lenses and television. I definitely do not think that it gives out any flashback or white cast on the face. I think it looks beautiful on camera and on lenses and even in real life. I mean, if you see from the naked eyes, this foundation looks completely undetectable and It looks like my skin but better, and I think I'm definitely in love with this foundation. Now speaking about longevity, this is definitely a long lasting foundation. I usually apply it in the morning and I really don't have to worry about touching up my face for almost 12 to 14 hours. This is the maximum time that I've tested this foundation. However, sometimes my T-zone looks a bit shiny, like if I'm traveling out and if I'm out somewhere in the sun, it gets a little shiny, so I do have to do a powder application only on my T-zone, say after 4 or 5 hours of wear. However, if I'm at work under the air-conditioned environment, I don't really have to worry about touching up my makeup because I'm sure that it would be intact throughout the day. Now, one of my biggest worry in trying out a new foundation is its reaction to my skin, because most often than not, my skin definitely breaks out whenever I try a new foundation. But touch wood, my skin has not broken out because of this foundation whatsoever. And I think that's also because it is a water-based foundation and it is extremely lightweight. It does not clog my pores and it just sits on very nicely on my face, and yeah, I really like how it feels on my skin as well. Now that being said, let's go ahead and find out whether this foundation meets its claim. Now the first claim made by this foundation was this is invisible and it looks very natural on the camera. I definitely think that this is one of the most natural foundations I've ever tried, and not only in camera, even to the naked eyes, it looks very undetectable and very, very natural. So 2 thumbs up for this claim. The next is it is medium coverage. Now, I think that this is a medium coverage foundation, but I personally think that it is medium and it can be built up to a full coverage foundation. So again, a thumbs up for this claim. Now, the third claim is it is lightweight, and it is definitely very, very lightweight on the skin. It does not feel like I put like 2 layers of foundation on my face. Now the fourth claim is it is long wear, and like I mentioned before, it does last on me like throughout the day, but I do need like a powder touch up on my T-zone because it tends to get a little shiny. However, speaking about shifting of the foundation, moving and settling into fine lines or pores, so that definitely does not happen with this foundation, which is one of the most important factor that I look in any of the foundations. So yes, that's a big thumbs up again. So yes, that pretty much concludes my review on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation. I think it is definitely one of the most beautiful foundations I've tried in a very long time. It is extremely lightweight, it is very easy to apply, blends it like a dream, it looks stunning in pictures and it even looks beautiful to the naked eyes. It does not feel like I'm wearing a lot of makeup on my face, and it hasn't broken me out, plus the coverage is amazing. I love the shade selection available, and I also like the fact that the price is pretty much similar to the old HD foundation. So yes, I don't think there is anything bad for me to say about this foundation. I love each and everything about this foundation. So yes, I hope that this review was helpful. If you find it to be helpful, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.